You there, adventurer? Yes, you. Do you desire knowledge of immense worlds and arcane power? A codex of untold stories and lore? Or perhaps simply easy listening for your daily commute? Then feast your eyes, or more accurately, ears, upon Dungeonpedia. Shit's about to get nerdy in here.
Everyone, and welcome to Dungeonpedia, an exploration into the lore of Dungeons and Dragons. We're your hosts, Lou and Markel.
Taylor Peasley.
And I'm Travis Peasley.
And this is where I fucked up and didn't realize that I was muted the whole time.
What's up?
Oops. I'm going to fix this in post.
Mm-hmm.
I messed it up.
What'd you do?
I forgot to unmute my mic.
Oh, no.
My Taylor Peasley did not come through, so I will have to re-record that. But that's okay.
Womp womp.
Don't worry, guys. Taylor is here.
I am
Taylor is here.
So
Taylor is indeed here.
I asked, can we talk about the weather? So, just making small talk, I guess.
And the weather was
really crazy for like 1 hour a couple days ago.
But the 1 hour was so much.
It was so crazy.
Hades is going nuts because of the weather.
You know what though? Didn't stop the 4th of July people for very long.
Yeah, no. There were people at the church by our house still shooting off fireworks.
Yep, it was.
They were shooting off fireworks across the street.
Well, not during the storm.
Yeah, they stopped. After the bulk of it had passed here, the soundscape became, there's like websites where you can set up like a custom soundscape with like rain and cafe noises, shit like that. It was like rainfall, like firecracker sounds, and then like a giant peal of thunder in the distance, and then there would be like 30 seconds to like 1 minute of uninterrupted rainfall noises, and then it's like you could hear the like, okay guys, I think we're good, and then it's just more firecracker noises. You couldn't actually hear them saying, but you could feel the vibe
energy.
of like,
you could feel the vibe.
You could feel the vibe of, okay guys, we're good, and then they would just set off more fucking fireworks.
Dude, there was so many things going on at once. It was just insane.
While a tree is downed, on the other side of the street, it's fine.
I saw pictures of a carport, like a metal carport wrapped around a telephone pole.
I believe it.
Shout out telephone pole. Yes. Shout out Oklahoma General Electric or whatever it is, OG&E, for the construction of that telephone pole.
Yeah, because
but none of the power poles that were down around my house for like a solid day. This is what you tune in for on this podcast is conversations about the
electrical grid,
about the electrical the relationship between different electrical companies.
Well, I imagine that the people tune in for many things.
That's just one of them.
Many things.
Right. Many things.
Perhaps they will gladly be tuning in for the deck of many things.
Hey.
Deck of many things. Oh, shit.
So, today we're going to be talking about the deck of many things.
That is quite the subject matter.
Yeah. So, if this is your first time hearing about the deck, welcome. I have some excellent news for you. This is going to be a trip.
In fairness, I've heard of the deck of many things many times, and I'm not even gonna lie to you, I low-key don't even know what it is. Like,
well, good.
I know the concept, but I don't know how it
works.
I don't know how it connects to in-universe lore, because I feel like it's, I just think of it as like a tarot deck of bullshit that a DM can just like pull out, but I don't know how it, I don't know how it functions in universe. And at this point, I'm afraid to ask, but I think I'm going to find out anyway.
So. I love how we both have our tarot decks of bullshit.
Yeah, I set it up in the little streamer setup.
It's beautiful.
It felt appropriate.
I don't have that.
You missed the memo.
Yeah, you could. Yeah, you can borrow one. I'm sure Taylor's got an extra one somewhere in the house.
You have my Tazo deck.
Yeah, the Tazo deck, the most important one, really.
Yeah.
All right, so
Tazo,
take us into
Tazo sponsor us.
Take us into the deck of many things.
So
pop open the deck.
I'm sure people have heard from the deck from many sources. I myself heard about the deck when I was a wee child playing Baldur's Gate 2.
I still need to play that game.
Yeah.
It's good, but like, okay, listen, people might come after me, but I prefer the newer one.
Whoa.
I love Baldur's Gate 3, man.
Okay, that is a hot take. I'm not gonna lie. I think that's a hot take right there.
I played all of them, and I prefer Baldur's Gate 3.
That is a sacrilegious take for some people. I've never played 1 and 2, so I don't have an opinion on it.
Mm-hmm.
But I know that is a sacrilegious take for a lot of people. We might lose viewers now.
It's all right.
Our viewers are gonna drop.
I still like Baldur's Gate 2. So in the course of running around this little maze, I was goaded into playing a game with a particularly charismatic demon known as the Gambling Cambion. Yes, I know. He did have demon stats. He was considered a demon, but the quest was the Gambling Cambion. I went back and checked.
I love how this is the zone. Like, this is the kind of space where like you say demon and then Cambion, and like you could see both Travis and I have like a brain cell activation where we're like, huh.
It's like, wait a minute.
Wait a minute. And then you go on to address it.
Yeah. So I was goaded into. He was very charismatic. Okay, he totally manipulated me into playing this game with him, and not because I was a child and I didn't know better.
I was gonna say, why do I feel like you were just like, okay?
Yeah, I immediately drew the plague card.
Oh, good.
And was afflicted with a curse on my constitution.
Good.
Damn.
He drew construct, and we were immediately attacked by an adamantine golem.
Oh, good.
The demon won the round.
Yeah.
Somehow.
That. I mean, you got cursed by Constitution. They drew a construct.
This sounds like wild magic.
I mean, what's the severity between those two that would cause one to win over the other?
More on that very briefly later.
Oh, okay.
Very, very briefly. But I remember the game being rigged. I went back and looked, and it was not. I just was a sore loser.
You just were a child.
Yes. Like I said, a sore loser.
Hey, fair.
So now you've heard about the deck, or you already have. But what is the deck?
What is it?
The Deck of Many Things is a legendary magical item, or perhaps an artifact that has appeared throughout every single edition, multiple settings, and including specific adventures in D&D.
Huh. Okay.
I've heard it described as game-breaking, game-ending, game derailing.
Good.
I mean, yes, all of those things could easily be true.
It's just there. It's just okay. I'm sure if this is explained, I'm sure you're probably literally about to explain it. So I will hold my questions.
I'm of the opinion that if a DM puts it into the game, they have to sort of know what they're in for. It could completely derail.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to throw it into your game, and just keep it as it is, then yes, you should be more than aware that what you are doing is 80% going to land on derailed campaign.
Right, and I feel like it probably is something that I think would take a very good DM to kind of work with that in a satisfying way, because from some things I've heard, I feel like it could potentially end up in situations where it can derail it in a not fun way, or in a not fun way if it's not kind of handled particularly, I guess you could say.
The decks themselves did vary in appearance. from the most worn single copper playing cards to the extravagant parlor game-esque noble tarot decks. However, there were tons of commonalities between every deck. The majority of the decks were 13-card decks, but 1 out of every 4 were 22-card.
Ah, okay.
Each card has a unique visual corresponding with the title of the card, but those are not streamlined across decks. So every sage would have a visual representing the sage, but not every sage visual resembled each other.
Look the same.
Okay, I see.
Yeah, so like tarot decks.
Okay, makes sense.
I would say playing cards are definitely like more streamlined than the deck of many things.
Right, yeah,
But,
like there's
like-
very few modern, you know.
Definitely like tarot decks and oracle decks have that thing where it's like, okay, they all have something representing the card in question.
It's not always, you know, like not necessarily, you know, and despite some picky people's preferences, I'm pointing at myself, you know, not every like strength card, for example, portrays a woman wrestling a beast, and not every fool card has a little dog in it following a person with like a rucksack, you know.
Yeah.
Right.
But there's some manner of a visual medium that communicates it hopefully well. Hopefully it makes sense.
The cards are, of course, used in a variety of ways. They're used in divination as actual playing cards. And the most common method that a DM might throw at you is simply to draw a card or many and withstand the effects. The 5th edition DM's Guide actually provides a pretty fun visual and description for how the deck is used. Before you draw a card, you must declare how many cards you intend to draw and then draw randomly. Any cards drawn in excess of this number have no effect. Otherwise, as soon as you draw a card from the deck, its magic takes effect. You must draw each card no more than 1 hour after the previous draw if you draw more than one. If you fail to draw the chosen number, the remaining number of cards will fly from the deck on their own and take effect all at once.
Oh my God. Absolutely not.
Once a card is drawn, it fades from existence. Unless the card is the Fool or the Jester, the card reappears in the deck, making it possible to draw the same card twice in a row.
Okay.
So you can draw the Fool and the Jester twice, but nothing else.
No,
I'm
incorrect.
Oh, I okay, never mind. I read that backwards. Or perceived it backwards. You know what I meant.
I'm
JK.
I'm like quivering in anticipation for you to get to the part where you list out what all the cards are.
Oh yeah.
And now I'm like, I know 2 of them, 3 of them actually. You've mentioned 3 of them explicitly by name, and I'm just sitting here like, yeah, I'm very excited.
Well, we're about to get there. I'm actually going to do things a little differently from how I usually do them when I present information. I'm going to describe the current deck, and then I'm going to sort of show how we got there.
Okay.
So the current deck of 13 includes the Uriel, the Flames, the Jester, the Key, the Knight, the Moon, Puzzle, Rogue, Ruin, Skull, Star, Sun, the Void, and Throne.
Ooh.
Now,
sorry.
For the deck of 22, you add in Balance, Comet, Donjon, the Fates, Fool, Sage, and Talons.
Talons.
Okay, and the I'm assuming the way you've read them off is purposeful in that some of them have the proper like the in front of it.
Yeah,
and some of them
well,
don't.
it also
Ooh.
varies from edition.
It varies
to edition.
from.
Yeah,
Okay.
you can honestly. I feel like most of the ones that are like proper nouns, you could probably just put a the in front of if you wanted to.
Oh, and it's fine.
It's
okay.
fine, yeah. But I will say the Fates and the Void can like all have the
Right. Yeah.
across everything. I've
Right,
found.
which makes sense given. Yeah,
You
That-
have
that
the
makes sense.
void behind you.
I do have the Void behind me.
and he is taking a nap.
He is
Also-
snoozing.
I cannot ever hear the term fool without in my head hearing it from the Binding of Isaac. the Fool.
Oh yeah, when you pick up a card in the Binding of Isaac, the narrator says the tarot card in a very fun way.
Yeah.
Well, I say very fun. It's just intense, but it's enjoyable. Puzzle and Sage might sound different to old heads. So Sage used to be known as the Vizier card, but I think in part because of the fact that a lot of people don't know what a Vizier is anymore.
When I hear the word Vizier, I literally just think of Jafar from Aladdin. Yeah. And that specific part where the Sultan like introduces him and says like, "This is the royal Vizier Jafar. He's delighted to," and it just cuts to him with the most like hateful expression on his face.
Yeah.
Goes,
oh my god! Yeah,
that's all I think. When I hear the word Vizier, that's what I immediately think of is that particular scene in Aladdin. May not even be the most accurate representation of like a neutral representation of the word Vizier, but that is what I think of.
I feel like it's pretty accurate. And then,
he is a Vizier, so you know.
The puzzle card is a renamed version of the Idiot card.
That's really funny that previous versions of the deck had the Jester, the Fool, and the Idiot.
Okay, so there are reasons why Idiot was replaced with Puzzle.
Because some people, you look at them and they're so stupid that it is a puzzle as to how they're still functioning. I'm sorry.
So no, you're fine.
I'm sorry.
You're totally fine.
I just think it's funny.
It is. So I think that there are the stated reasons and what I believe are the unstated reasons. The stated reason is for the Book of Many Things, Idiot card was renamed Puzzle to inspire the puzzles, riddles, and traps found in chapter 4 of the book, which it does describe like it. We'll get to the Book of Many Things. Is a whole thing, but I think the unstated reasons is because Idiot is not,
it's kind of.
Yeah, it's fallen out of favor, and I know that it is offensive in some countries. So I want you to know that anytime I read Idiot, it is not from my own vocabulary, per se.
And it is, as much as it is, like, funny, like, conceptually, it is funny to, like, imagine your character pulling, like, the Idiot card and being like, what? Yeah. Like, it is a little, I feel like it kind of is a little less, like, not less serious necessarily than, like, the tone of cards, like, you know, the Void or whatever, but it just feels kind of, I don't know.
I will say, I do appreciate it conceptually that they did rename Idiot, just because of the fact that it did always bother me that there was Fool and Idiot in the same deck.
Even though conceptually it is kind of funny.
Yes.
Like, yeah, I mean, it is kind of funny.
Which, like, yeah, you know, also, like, you know, those words, in addition to the word jester, even though, like, a lot of them kind of include, like, they're, you know, the connotations can be similar in that it's like a person that it acts a certain type of way. You know, the connotations are still different. But,
yes.
You know, it is also like, you could say it's kind of redundant to have a Fool card and an Idiot card.
So this is going to be a big bulk of information. I'm going to read off the current effects for the cards.
Yes.
What happens when you pull a card? That is completely up to the DM. But there is a current and ever-evolving canon. So, if you were to pull the Balance card, your mind suffers a wrenching alteration, causing your alignment to change. If you are true, neutral, or unaligned, this card has no effect on you. So, nice. Your alignment changes. Comment. If you single-handedly defeat the next hostile monster or group of monsters you encounter, you level up. Otherwise, this card has no effect.
Okay.
John. This one is a favorite for some people, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
You disappear and become entombed in a state of suspended animation in an extra-dimensional sphere. Everything you were wearing or carrying stays behind in the space you occupied when you disappeared.
Oh.
You remain imprisoned until you are found and removed from the sphere. You cannot be located by a divination spell, or you cannot be located by any divination magic, but a wish spell can reveal the location of your prison. You draw no more cards because you are in prison.
Grog.
Oh, no. If I recall correctly, wasn't Grog's physical body present?
Oh, yes. It was just his mind.
We'll get to that.
Well, okay. Also, like, say that was the first card you drew, and you said you were going to draw, like, however many,
the other cards don't get drawn.
They don't get drawn, which means that then the rest of the deck explodes all over your party after 1 hour.
No,
right?
it cancels out your other cards.
Oh, okay. Well, there's that at least.
That particular effect, they are at the very least nice enough to be like, look,
okay,
this happens to you.
That's what I immediately like. Don't get me wrong. Being like suspended in a state of, in a state of suspended animation, far away from your party. Whatever, that's like bad. But then I was also like, okay, well, your friends aren't going to be able to find you because they're going to be dead.
So
okay, at least
the important part to remember is the deck definitely only the original person drawing, the drawer, things apply to. So like obviously if enemies come by, everyone for the most part can fight. But when it comes to like, oh, I said I was going to draw 3 more cards and then I was slain, the deck doesn't then make your party draw the 3
It doesn't,
more.
yeah, okay.
Continuing on. Uriel. The card's Medusa-like visage curses you. You take a -2 penalty on saving throws while cursed in this way. Only a god of magic or the Fates card can end this curse.
Okay.
Damn.
Yeah. The Fates. Reality's fabric unravels and spins anew, allowing you to avoid or erase one event as if it never happened.
Ooh.
Use the card's magic as soon as you draw the card or at any other time before you die.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Flames. A powerful devil becomes your enemy. The devil seeks your ruin and plagues your life, savoring your suffering before it attempts to slay you. Lasts until either you or the devil dies.
Okay.
Fool. You lose 10,000 experience points, discard this card, and draw from the deck again, counting both draws as one of your declared draws.
Do not pass go. Do not collect 200 gold pieces.
If losing that much experience points would cause you to lose a level, you instead lose an amount that leaves you with just enough experience points to keep your level.
Okay, so that's, I mean, that
1 XP.
Yeah.
Yeah. That kind of, yeah. Like, that kind of sucks, but it's also like, at least it doesn't like actively level you down.
Not this time. Things were a little bit harsher in the past.
See, and then you combo that with like the principles from like Vampire's Energy Drain, which we talked about in the last episode, and a plug. And then if you like reach level 0, you just die.
Yeah. Gem. 25 pieces of jewelry worth 2,000 gold pieces each, or 50 gems worth 1,000 gold pieces each appear at your feet.
Nice.
Jester. You gain 10,000 experience points, or you can draw 2 additional cards beyond your declared draws. You can pick for key. A rare or rarer magic weapon, which you are proficient in, appears in your hands. The DM chooses the weapon. Knight. You gain the service of a 4th level fighter who appears in a space you choose within 30 feet of you. The fighter is the same race as you and serves you loyally until death, believing the fates have drawn him or her to you. You control this character.
Okay, well, when you were reciting all the names, I was wondering if it was like KN Knight. Or just like
my bad.
Knight. No. I wanted to see if the nature of the effect would reveal that to me, and it did. Also, that feels kind of weird. Like, is this just a person?
It is in fact just a person.
Like, but like this isn't a person. Like, this is like a real person.
This is a real person.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Is there like a factory where they like make these people? They make these for the night card, you know?
Actually,
I mean,
not quite, but
if it's a construct,
it's not.
But that's
unless you're a construct,
right? That's crazy to me because like. I mean, I don't know. Like, I'm thinking about it too hard.
You are, but believe it or not, there is an answer.
Oh, good.
Moon. You are granted the ability to cast the wish spell 1d3 times.
Okay.
Jesus.
Yeah.
I like that.
So you definitely want to draw Moon.
Yeah, I like that it's D3 because like it reminds me of like genies. You know, genies give you like 3 wishes.
Yeah. Puzzle. Permanently reduce your intelligence by 1d4 plus 1 to a minimum score of 1.
Oh, good.
You can then choose to draw 1 additional card.
And if you just lost intelligence,
you're probably going to draw 1 additional card.
Yeah.
Rogue. A non-player character of the DM's choice becomes hostile towards you. The identity of your new enemy isn't known until the NPC or someone else reveals it. Nothing less than a wish spell or divine intervention can end the NPC's hostility towards you.
Yeah. I pulled that card before.
Yep. In the game that we all play with each other, actually.
Hey, at least it's not I mean, I guess depending it could there's a chance it could potentially be worse.
Oh, there's worse.
Specifically a devil. But, like at least it might just be like
some guy.
Yeah, it's very funny to imagine. It's just like Joe from accounting.
This is definitely worse for roleplay reasons, though.
Yeah, because then it could be like your mom or something.
Yeah,
like whereas if it's like a devil, it's kind of like, well, depending, like if you're probably playing like a good aligned character, like you might end up in a situation with a devil as your enemy anyway. But
ruin
still.
All forms of wealth that you carry or own, other than magic items, are lost to you.
Oh, good.
Portable property vanishes. Businesses, buildings, and land you own are lost in a way that alters reality the least. Any documentation you should own that proves you should own something is lost with this.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So, you just lose everything.
Except your magical items.
Other than your magic items.
Yeah.
Because, it'd be,
It'd be rude.
Yeah, it'd be hard to walk away from that encounter maybe if you lost your your magical sword.
Sage. At any time you choose within 1 year of drawing this card, you can ask a question in meditation and mentally receive a truthful, helpful answer to that question.
Okay. That's good.
Skull. You summon an avatar of death, a ghostly humanoid skeleton clad in a tattered black robe and carrying a spectral scythe. It appears in a space of the DM's choice within 10 feet of you and attacks you, warning all others that you must win the battle alone. The avatar fights you until you die or it drops to 0 hit points, whereupon it disappears. If anyone tries to help you, the helper summons its own avatar of death. A creature slain by an avatar of death cannot be restored to life.
Oh man,
that's crazy.
Just imagine that chain reaction.
Yeah, it's just avatars of death.
TPK.
It's just avatars of death all the way down.
Just avatars.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And it says cannot be restored to life. I mean, I assume that the gods can do whatever they want, but that means you can't use a wish spell.
Yeah.
To bring someone back. Either.
And since they're so specific about like that a wish spell or whatever is the only way to negate certain effects from the other cards, I feel like if that were the case, they would probably outline it,
Yeah. Star. Increase one of your ability scores by 2. The score can exceed 20, but cannot exceed 24.
Oh,
okay. I mean,
that's nice. That's a nice little bonus.
Yeah.
Is it like can the player choose?
Yes.
Or is it just
at this point, yes.
Okay.
In previous editions, you could not. Sun. You gain 50,000 experience points in a wondrous item, which the DM determines appears in your hands.
Nice.
Talons. Every magic item you wear or carry disintegrates. Artifacts in your possession aren't destroyed, but they do vanish.
Okay, that's very. I like how it says they aren't destroyed, but they do vanish. Yep. Like, okay, thank you. Those are functionally the same for
me anyway.
Yeah, exactly. Because it's like, where are they? I don't know.
Throne. You gain proficiency in the persuasion skill, and you double your proficiency bonus on checks made with that skill. In addition, you gain rightful ownership of a small keep somewhere in the world. However, the keep is currently in the hands of monsters, which you must clear out before you can claim the keep as yours. Still sounds cool. You get a side quest and a keep.
Okay. Yeah. All right. I like the... Okay.
And then the Void. This black card spells disaster. Your soul is drawn from your body and contained in an object in a place of the DM's choice. One or more powerful beings guard the place. While your soul is trapped in this way, your body is incapacitated. A wish spell can't restore your soul, but the spell reveals the location of the object that holds it. You draw no more cards.
Okay.
Yep, and then you have to go and get them.
Mm-hmm.
I like how some of these are sort of like some of them are kind of like soft inverses of other cards, and some of them are also kind of like related in some ways, like how this last one is almost similar to like the suspended animation
John?
one. Yeah, yeah. Except it's your soul being held in like a phylactery as opposed to
your whole body.
And then you know body. You also have like the one that destroys all of your possessions except magical items, and then one that destroys your magical items. Which imagine drawing those back to back. That would be really funny. Like you're like, well, at least I still have my magic sword, and then you draw the which one was you draw the talents card, and then your sword also disappears.
Yeah. Okay, so these are the current effects, but there have been many iterations. I will not cover every single iteration. I will just cover the broad strokes. So, the deck first appeared in 1975's Greyhawk supplement for Advanced Dungeons & Dragons.
Yay, Greyhawk.
Yeah.
It goes way back. It was part of a list of magical items that adventurers could find or loot throughout their adventure in Greyhawk. This device is a pack of 18 parchment cards for each of 4 kinds and 2 jokers. Each of the 4 in each kind is different. One half brings beneficial things, the other half cause hurtful things. The person possessing such a deck may select cards from it 4 times or more if jokers are drawn, and whatever is revealed by the card takes place. After each draw, the card is returned to the pack and is shuffled again before another draw is made. All 4 draws need not be made, but the moment the possessor of the deck states that he has no intention of ever drawing further cards, or after the maximum number of draws in any event, it disappears. Note, the referee may make up his own deck using the guidelines above.
The referee,
back when the DM was the referee. But I want to note, from jump, it has stated that this is meant to be fully customized by your DM. I will hear no people saying, but back in the day, it was like this. No, from jump, it wants you to customize it.
Yeah,
if you so choose.
Yeah, I think it's more in the spirit of like you can take this and use it just as is, or also like potentially like not guidelines exactly, but like, you know, here's ideas for stuff that, you know, like would fit kind of the vibe of the card, you know.
So I will read from the table I have for the original deck of many things. You will notice that a lot of things are very different right off the bat, but a lot are actually surprisingly, you can see the lineage.
See the foundation.
Yeah. So the Ace of Hearts, you immediately gain 50,000 experience.
Okay.
The King of Hearts.
Yeah.
Gain a miscellaneous magic item from any table of your choice. The Queen of Hearts, gain 1 to 3 wishes to be taken when you like.
Nice.
The Jack of Hearts, help from a superhero with +3 armor, shield, and sword for 1 hour when you call for him.
Superhero.
Hell yeah.
Basically, if I recall correctly, superheroes were basically just allies you could call upon.
Okay.
Yeah.
You just throw up the bat signal.
Essentially.
This is really good.
I know.
So I looked up the like titles basically for the different levels of classes in first edition.
Mm-hmm.
So a superhero, it says it's basically more like Conan the Barbarian or King Arthur rather than, you know, like an actual like Superman or Batman or what have you.
Oh, cool.
They are 8 men strong. In the original D&D rules, a 4th level fighting man becomes a hero with all the benefits in like a large battle. So then likewise, like an 8th level fighting man becomes a superhero with the ability to kill up to 8 level 0 men in a single round of combat.
Jesus. First edition's wild, y'all.
Is that like 1 hour, is that meant to be 1 hour, 1 time, you think? Or is it like...
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I literally wrote down exactly what the book said.
Yeah, no,
it's first edition.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it's not exactly clear. Hey, yeah. I guess even if it is just 1 time though, like you just gotta you just got to figure out like this is the one time we really need him.
Yeah. Ace of Diamonds. Immediately gain map to richest treasure on any dungeon level.
Okay.
King of Diamonds. Gain 5 to 30 pieces of jewelry immediately. Queen of Diamonds. Gain scroll of 7 spells, no first level spells.
Nice.
Oh,
Jack
okay.
of Diamonds. Add 1 point to any ability score you wish. For example, strength, intelligence, wisdom. I don't know why it listed them out, but it did. In case you've gotten this far, you don't know what an ability score is.
Yeah, exactly.
Ace of Spades. Lose 1 experience level immediately.
Okay, good.
So they're, like I said, It used to be harsher.
It used to let you level down, like, fully.
King of Spades. Lord with +4 armor, shield, and sword attacks you.
Okay, good.
Oh.
Queen of Spades. Immediate death, no saving throw.
Okay. Yeah. Not even like we summon a monster to attack. You just die.
Nope. It's like you just have a heart attack.
Okay.
Someone got the death note and wrote your name in it.
Yeah.
Jack of Spades. Monster from 5th level underworld monster table attacks by surprise.
See, at least you can survive that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ace of Clubs.
Immediately.
Change alignment immediately.
Okay, good.
King of Clubs. Lose your most prized magic item immediately. Queen of Clubs. Turn to stone, no saving throw.
Okay.
Dude, the Queen of Clubs is a bitch.
And two of the queen effects are like real bad.
You do not want to piss off the queens.
Right.
No.
Jack of Clubs. Lose 1 point from your prime requisite, which your prime requisite is your class's most important ability score.
That's
okay.
Okay, prime. I see. I'm laughing like it's like. I love it. I love it.
Yeah, it is very useful. But
referee prime requisite. I love it.
Joker. Gain 25,000 experience points immediately and select 2 additional cards.
I like the repeated use of the word immediately, where it kind of doesn't exactly because doesn't exactly need to be there, because it's obvious that some of these would be effects that would, like, there's no reason that they wouldn't be immediate.
Yeah.
I guess I don't like. I know that sounds like I'm nitpicking, and maybe I am, but it's just really funny to me.
You can tell when things were written for first edition.
Like,
yeah,
you know, like it would be fundamentally different to like gain 5 to 30 pieces of jewelry immediately versus gain 5 to 30 pieces of jewelry in 5 minutes. I don't know. Like, I know it sounds like I'm being nitpicky, but I think it's hilarious and also really charming.
Yeah. The original deck does not have the same iconography or symbols as other iterations. However, it does establish the framework for the effects of the cards. I mean, you can see the lineage.
Yeah, like some of those are just straight up the same thing.
Yeah. Or a first edition variant of the same thing.
Right, yeah, exactly.
And later editions, there are actually tables to convert regular playing cards into the iconic deck of many things faces. So in the Advanced Dungeons & Dragons Dungeon Master's Guide, released in 1979, we actually do see the deck begin to take a more familiar shape. It's still a magical treasure to be found by adventurers, but now the deck is described with more flowery language. They could even be made out of engraved ivory. It describes glyphs, sigils, and magical characters being inscribed to the surface. As soon as one of these sheets is drawn forth from the pack, its magic is bestowed upon the person who drew it, for better or worse. The character gaining a deck of many things may announce that only one will be drawn from the pack, or he or she may opt to draw forth 2, 3, or even 4, but the number must be announced prior to the first pack withdrawn. The deck now contains 13 or 22 cards. 75% are 13, 25% are 22.
Okay. And I can't imagine drawing 4 cards from the deck.
Like, that's too many. That's too many.
You have a gambling problem.
Like,
yes.
Like, but also, like, I do think that, we're a little biased, I think, because we know what they actually do.
Mm-hmm.
Even though, I don't know. I still wouldn't do, even if I didn't know.
Yeah, like, I'm too anxious and I played too much D&D.
Right, yeah, especially if I lived in a world where, like, magic existed. and you know, gods and devils and stuff, like there's explicit proof that those things existed, I would be like, there's too much that could happen.
So
there's too much that could happen.
Let me quickly rattle off the effects. Now, this actually puts all of the effects pretty succinctly in the table. It also has the conversion for what the playing card equivalent would be, because from jump, it wants you to have a physical deck for players to take from.
Okay, that's fun. I like that.
Yeah. Obviously, there's not a deck of many things at this point because it's 1979 that you can just go and
like
pick
purchase.
Up, yeah. From your local game store, but it wants you to be able
it still
to
wants you to participate in the
draw.
Draw. Like it makes it more exciting.
So, balance, change alignment, or be judged. I don't know what the or be judged means. I couldn't find anything.
Or be judged.
You just you're being judged by your friends for not participating
in the role play.
For not participating in the role play.
Comet, to defeat the next monster you meet, gain 1 level. Donjon, you are imprisoned.
You are imprisoned.
It doesn't specify the okay.
You are imprisoned.
The town guard just shows up and carts you off to the dungeon. That's it.
Uriel, -3 on all saving throws versus petrification. It's very specific this time.
I mean, that's inconvenient, but you know.
Fates, avoid any situation you choose once.
You may avoid it
once.
Okay.
So I choose to not be imprisoned. Thanks.
Right, yeah.
Flames, enmity between you and a devil. Fool, lose 10,000 experience points, draw again. Gem, gain your choice of 20 jewelry or 50 gems. Idiot, lose 1 to 4 points of intelligence, you may draw again. Jester, gain 10,000 experience points or 2 more draws from the deck. Key, gain a treasure map +1 magic item or magic weapon.
Nice.
Knight, gain the service of a 4th level fighter. Moon, you are granted 1 to 4 wishes.
1 to 4?
1 to 4. It used to be more generous with the wishes, too.
You can get an extra one this time.
Rogue, one of your henchmen turns against you.
Henchman,
yeah.
Henchman.
This is back during the henchman days. Ruin, immediately lose all wealth and real property.
As opposed to fake property.
I believe in this case real as in real estate property, because I guess you could be a landlord in first edition.
Yeah, there was quite a lot of that.
I mean,
don't worry though, you still get your you still have like your like MMO housing and like your VR hangouts, you know? You still have that.
Skull, defeat death or be forever destroyed.
Cool.
Okay.
Star, immediately gain 2 points on your major ability, aka your prime requisite, aka whatever.
Yeah.
Sun.
Yeah, we should bring back prime requisite.
I do like the wording. Gain beneficial miscellaneous magic item and 50,000 experience points.
Nice.
Cool.
Talons. All magic items you possess are torn from you.
That's very dramatic phrasing.
Very dramatic.
Torn from you.
Throne. Gain charisma of 18 and a small keep.
Oh, this one's even more powerful because it boosts your entire charisma score instead of like just your persuasion.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's pretty good.
Vizier, know the answer to your next dilemma. And the void. Right. Body functions, but soul is trapped elsewhere.
Just elsewhere.
Why is it so vague?
You know, I like
it's first edition.
Yeah, and you know, I do think it. You know, it is very like. I think it worked. Like as much as I love the very like some seemingly overly descriptive in some cases, like I do think it works in service of making it like, you know, like because it's so customizable and like there's so much of an emphasis on it being customizable. Like that makes sense.
Yeah,
to me. Also, like just elsewhere. Where's he? Whatever. Don't worry about it. He's somewhere. Don't worry about it.
The void and Donjon are cementing them in place as once you draw these, no more draws.
Right, yeah. Because, you know, you're indisposed.
You're imprisoned or your soul is elsewhere.
So can't do much if your soul is, you know, trapped somewhere else.
Right,
In September of 1983, TSR decided that they wanted to throw all of the Satanic Panic parents into a frenzy while simultaneously making a little podcaster in 2026 very happy.
Is that podcaster you?
It is.
It's probably also about to be me.
In Dragon Magazine number 77, Michael J. Lowry wrote an amazing little article titled The Tarot of Many Things.
Oh my god.
Oh, yes.
The article treats readers to a little fun history on both the deck of many things and tarot cards. It also guides a potential DM through the act of making a tarot deck of many things.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, god.
Yes.
Oh,
I'm going to
man.
need to look at this later.
It's very good. I actually do recommend it.
I bet this made so many parents
lose their minds.
I can just imagine being like a teenage Dungeons and Dragons player in 1983 and your mom finds this.
Oh my god.
Oh dear.
So, the article posits that such an item would be unique in that universe and incredibly powerful. It describes the different ways the deck would look, as well as the actual compulsion, which would require a saving throw to resist the urge to draw from it.
Okay, well that probably explains why people would draw from this.
Yeah.
You know.
The cards work similarly to previous decks. Effects instantaneous and for all intents and purposes irreversible. However, in traditional tarot fashion, the cards have different effects depending on whether they are drawn upright or reverse.
Oh, good.
Oh, God.
Okay, so I wanted to pick my favorite tarot card, which is the Star, for my example, but the effects were not dramatically different enough. So, unfortunately, we'll go with another one of my favorites, the High Priestess.
Oh, well, see, that it works because that's my favorite tarot card.
Perfect.
So.
Upright, she signifies serene knowledge, sagacity. Sagacity. I always want to pronounce it sagacity.
That's how I was about to pronounce it. So.
Sagacity.
Sagacity, intuition, foresight, inspiration, the power of the inner mind to heal, create, enlighten, and inform. If drawn upright, the drawer gains 1 point of wisdom, 2 points if a cleric or druid.
All right.
Reversed, she signifies superficiality, conceit, shallowness, a lack of depth or perception, or of understanding, an acceptance of external and superficial knowledge of trivialities. Drawer loses 1 point of wisdom, 2 points if a cleric or druid.
Okay, that makes sense.
So the article goes on to list possible effects for every single tarot card, upright, reverse, and upright. Not just the major arcana, but all of the minor as well. Like,
ooh,
he went all out.
He went for the big boy.
Yeah. As an aside, Michael Lowry also seemingly uses the article to shout out some of his favorite tarot decks and the artist. I just want to say, Michael Lowry, I see you and I appreciate you.
That's really
That's
cool.
really good.
So, in August of 1989, Dragon Magazine 148 brought us Luck of the Draw, which was written by Robin Jenkins. The article is written as a short snippet of a story as a dialogue between the wizard Basil and Jared, a mercenary he's commissioned a number of times. Basil wants to know all there is to know about the deck, but he's not inclined to get hands-on information, if you know what I mean.
Fair.
Yeah, I don't blame him.
So he hired Jared and his crew to obtain information on the decks. In the course, they found several decks, decided to pull from them, and of course, hijinks ensued.
Of course.
Basil is uptight. Jared's a bit of a sarcastic ass, kind of a prankster. And there's a bit of hostile interrogation, honestly, as Jared details what happened with each of their draws and what they learned of the deck's origins. One of Jared's party members, Vanel, drew Donjon and was imprisoned on Hades, where he spoke to a similarly imprisoned sage. Who told him that the deck's powers come from the plane of concordant opposition. I had to consult my planes notes, and that is the old name for the Outlands.
Oh.
You just pull this card and you're just like whisked away. And then there's like other people there. Like it's like you're in prison and they're like, hey, what are you in for?
What are you in for? I know what you drew, but how many cards did you get before that?
Right?
Incredible. So the deck is powered by the absolute neutrality of the Outlands. If I recall correctly, it's like a negative energy sort of field in the Outlands. I would have to go back and like really peruse the notes.
Yeah, it's just the it's the alignment vibe. It's the
unaligned.
The je ne sais quoi of the true neutral alignment.
Yeah.
Or the neutrality of it all.
Yeah. The plane also functions as storage for the items gained and lost through the deck, which is utilized by the gods of luck.
Okay. Oh, so that's where they go.
So someone just loses a magical item and a portal just opens in the sky and a sword just like plunks down into the pile.
Yep.
That's really good.
Essentially, as they discuss, they come to theorize that the decks were created by gods of luck, fortune, and gambling, and distributed by other gods and otherworldly creatures like leprechauns, pixies, imps, etc.
Cambions, evidently. Gambling cambions.
That's different. We'll get to that.
Oh, what? Okay.
The article also establishes some more mechanics information. The cards appear blank until use is intended. So you can't look at the cards without intending to draw one.
But
so you can't just admire the art, which really
sucks. That sucks. You can't just appreciate the art.
It establishes an additional deck type, which is just a 13 card set with weaker rewards and punishment. So it's the newbie deck, basically.
Yeah, that's your starter deck when you're not sure if you want to just like risk your life.
Yeah. The magazine also includes cardstock printed visuals of the deck illustrated by George Barr. This is the very first visual depiction of the cards.
Ooh.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah, and because it's Dragon Magazine, they're just like in like the perforated little cardstock that you can use
God,
so that your players can actually draw from a deck that you created.
And it has this one that we actually have.
I don't know because I know that we have several that have the original cards that were created for that magazine.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll have to go through and see.
We will.
If we have what Dragon Magazine number 77.
Yeah.
That's so fun.
Oh no, this one is 148.
Oh, 148. Oh, yeah. Okay.
It is very fun. The very next month, Dungeon Magazine number 19 released a whole adventure for Advanced Dungeons and Dragons with the deck. This is not the first adventure featuring the cards. That was the Throne of Bloodstone in 1988, but this is the first one where it's more than just loot. House of Cards features adventurers attempting to restore order in the town of Westgate. The God Mask is causing some chaos in an attempted takeover of the town. They end up in a section of a tomb called the House of Cards. I won't detail the adventure too much, but many of the doors in the House of Cards are sealed with a modified card from the deck of many things.
Oh, so you have to...
In order to get through, they will have to pull the card from the door, effectively pulling the card from a deck of one.
Oh my god.
The cards each activate individually now, so pulling the Donjon or the Void won't make the other cards vanish. So that won't get rid of the effects of the cards on the house. So, but then you also have to, plan around. Okay, well, somebody's going to disappear when they pull the Donjon.
Yeah.
You just walk up to a door and it has a skull on it and you're just like,
no.
I don't think I will.
Yeah, you just look back at the rest of the party and it's like,
Mask can have Westgate.
You're like, well, someone's got to do it. And don't everybody raise your hands all at once,
Yeah. The cards only behave normally once all 22 are back in the deck, which negates the wish spell placed on the House of Cards.
Quote unquote normally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
3.5 brings back the deck in its Dungeon Master's Guide, released in 2003. It does present a representative tarot and playing card for each of the cards. However, there are no changes visually and very few mechanically. Uriel now induces a -1 penalty on all saving throws.
Dang, not just petrification specifically.
Not just petrification
just
specifically.
all of them.
Flames now result in enmity between you and an outsider, so not specifically a devil. Key now gives you a major magic weapon. Rogue, now one of your friends turns against you, since henchmen are less of a thing.
Oh. That's crazy.
Skull, you now have to defeat a Dread Wraith or be forever destroyed.
I was too busy thinking about the potential horrible roleplay ramifications of like two members of the party being like mortal enemies.
Oh, yeah.
Because I'm assuming by friends it means like other players, right? Maybe
DM's interpretation.
Yeah, I guess.
Star, you can now pick the ability score to gain +2. So
good. You no longer get the intelligence dump on your like barbarian or whatever.
It wouldn't be on your barbarian because your prime whatever would be.
Oh yeah, I guess it was always just your prime requisite.
Yeah.
I do think it would be funnier.
But now you can pick if you want to have a super smart barbarian.
Yeah.
Sun, you now gain a beneficial medium wondrous item. Throne now gains a +6 bonus on diplomacy checks plus a small keep.
Oh, good. You can still be
plus a small keep.
You could still own property. Yeah. That's what. That's how you have to get the housing market so bad. Like that's what we got to do. We got to do.
So, 4th edition.
Oh boy. Okay, everybody sit down. We're already sitting down, but sit down.
I'm going to walk away.
No, don't. There are.
Oh,
look, just listen.
I'm listening.
There are some things about this that I don't like, but there are some things that I do like. It's a whole thing. I will say mechanically, I don't like much about it. But
you know what? I do have a prediction. The art's probably pretty good, right?
There wasn't a ton of art.
What? Okay.
Oh wait.
I feel like a lot of the...
Wait. Okay. But the art for the cards is good.
That's what I meant. That's what I meant. Yeah.
Oh,
because a lot of the art in 4th edition is really good.
Yeah, the art in 4th edition is either the best you've ever seen or the most horrifying thing you never want to look at again.
Or it's like the best thing you've ever seen for like the lamest concept or like the lamest, reimagining of a former concept, but the art like kills.
Yeah. 4th edition had my least favorite depiction of a Hollyphant. I'll say that.
It was, yeah.
Okay, so 4th edition brought us a new backstory to the cards, as well as some interesting changes.
I'm bracing myself.
So, for one, the deck is now an artifact, which in 4th edition basically means that it's sentient and has its own goals.
Okay, that's kind of fun.
I think it is interesting. I think it's interesting for artifacts to be sentient and have their own goals. It's just like, I don't know, because of how much it's done in 4th edition, it does get to be rather annoying.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. Yeah. I'll give you that.
I think that if it were done more sparingly, it could be more fun and feel more important.
Yeah.
Which I guess is kind of up to the DM to kind of monitor that, but I'm still going to blame 4th edition.
I mean, yeah.
Right. Like, I do think there's a line where like just because the nature of it means that you can homebrew something or that you can change the rules for something doesn't mean that like the baseline is just like not worth commenting on. You know what I mean? Because like, at that point it's kind of like, well, you could hypothetically just make your own completely original tabletop game and homebrew everything about it. And then, we wouldn't be having this conversation, like.
Right. So Dungeon Magazine number 177 in April of 2010 has an article creatively titled The Deck of Many Things by Rodney Thompson with illustrations by William O'Connor. The article suggests a potential new origin story as a gift from an ancient and powerful archfey to an emperor of some forgotten empire.
Okay.
The emperor was the superstitious sort, and the fae predicted that the emperor would not be able to resist pulling from the deck. The deck is then credited with the destruction of that empire. I mentioned that the deck is sentient now.
Yeah.
So artifacts in 4th edition have goals. The deck's goals include sow chaos and discord throughout the world, be present at events of great importance and add a chaotic element to the proceedings of those events to alter the fortunes of all involved.
Cool.
And topple powerful leaders, good or evil, cause far-spanning organizations to crumble.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Like, I mean, you know, I do think it's like conceptually, I think it's interesting that it is sentient, but you know, I think I don't know. Maybe I'm just so
You're cynical to 4th edition.
I'm so cynical to 4th edition. Like, you know,
okay, like there are parts of it that are done well. I will preempt that, which we'll get to. The deck is described as an agent of chaos wanting to be used and tempting its owner. The deck does not communicate directly, but subtly shows whether or not it's pleased, pushing the owner to take risky actions. The owner might even see visions of multiple possible outcomes. And because it's 4th edition, the deck now has a stat block.
Because everything has a stat block.
Okay.
So pretty much all decks are 22 cards now in 4th edition. The deck will appear when the world has grown too calm or when someone has grown too powerful and it sows chaos. The Deck of Many Things is a +5 magic tome implement with the following properties and powers.
What does that mean? Like, I know what that means, but like it's a +5. Like, congratulations, you can like hit ghosts with this. I don't know. Sorry.
It does +5 to attack rolls and damage rolls.
Yeah.
So that's why. So this is why people say 4th edition numbers get insane. Like, don't get me wrong, 3rd edition numbers can get insane, but that is with regular level scaling and feats. 4th edition numbers get crazy because of the fact that you can add in artifacts that just add +5 to your attack.
I roll to attack with the Deck of Many Things, and you just fucking.
Yeah, no, just holding on to it will enhance your attack.
Of course. Okay.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's fine.
So, when you do critical damage, you do an additional 5d12 damage.
Okay, well, at that rate, don't draw from it. Just keep it in your pocket.
Yeah. Sorcerers with the Chaos Power class feature can use the Deck of Many Things as an implement for sorcerer powers and sorcerer paragon path powers.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Property. You cannot be dominated.
Okay, well, I mean, I guess at least it saves you from that.
Power. Per encounter, as a free action, you can alter the fortunes of your enemies, forcing an enemy within 10 squares to reroll one attack roll, skill check, or saving throw it made, taking the result you choose.
And that's a free action.
That is free action.
It sounds like it's like
once per encounter.
Per encounter. So that's still pretty. That's still quite a bit. Okay.
Power once daily as a minor action. Which I believe is basically 4th edition's equivalent to a bonus action. You roll a d20. Once before the end of the encounter, you can replace any d20 roll made by an ally or an enemy within 5 squares of you with that d20 roll.
Oh, like a portent die.
Yes, basically.
Yeah, okay, I was going to say, I couldn't think of the word, but yeah, it acts as a portent die.
Which maybe this was the inspiration behind that. If so, very cool. I'm glad that they went the direction that they did go. With 5th edition. I like portent dies. Die.
This to me is so to me, like, I was thinking this even before we read the stat block, but like earlier when it talks about how like the deck is sentient and like wants to be used, TMI, and like, you know, sort of subtly influences the holder to like draw from it and stuff. Like, I was thinking, like, I was hearing you describe that, and I was thinking, like, okay, like, how? Like, what does it do?
Oh, there's more, too.
Oh, there is more? Okay.
Yes.
Because I was thinking that because don't get me, I've seen plenty of things in 4th edition where it's like, there's like a paragraph about the thing and like the origins or wider lore implications, and then like a big stat block that, like, in the case of this, I feel like doesn't necessarily need to be there, you know?
I agree. And what I will say is I don't think it does the best job of making its case for it wants to be used and et cetera, et cetera. But it actually, in this case, I will say it does follow through on what it says.
Okay.
It doesn't just say.
It doesn't just say it. It also
and
kind of
leave it up to the DM to try and figure that out.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So
I may have jumped on that a little quick. My
no,
bad.
you're fine because I agree with everything you said, and it was worth talking about. So there are more stats.
Oh, good.
How?
There are stats for how agreeable the deck is with its owner.
Oh my god.
Which affect that stat block that I previously read. So you're
okay. I think that's interesting.
It is interesting.
I think it's dumb.
Like it's interesting in that it kind of affects.
Oh like, yeah, no. I think I'll even bring Travis in on this.
Yeah, it's interesting in that it affects stuff, but anyway.
But thematically, it's too much. Or not thematically, mechanically, it's too much.
Yeah.
I think it's dumb that it exists, but the way they pull it off is okay. And I do think I'll get you by the end of it.
Okay.
So your starting score is 5, but it goes up or down depending on various things. If the owner gains a level, the score goes up by a 1d10 amount.
Okay.
While the deck is in your possession, you don't have to be holding the deck, but like it's in your bag, and you level up. I think it's concordance score, your agreeability score, whatever, will go up by a 1d10 amount. You'll probably a DM will roll a d10, and
your
up.
deck's friendship rating.
Yes. If the owner is unaligned, which I recall in 4th edition actually just means not good or evil.
So basically neutral.
Yeah. It goes up by 1.
Okay.
If
that makes sense.
The owner is of Fey origin, up by 1. If the owner is reduced to 0 hit points, up by 1 per occurrence.
Well,
so not die, but if you go unconscious, as previously mentioned, at any point while you are carrying the deck, you are not basically reduced to unconsciousness.
That's really funny.
You will gain +1.
That's the same energy as like, you know how like a lot of little kids think it's really inexplicably funny when like people get hurt.
Yes.
You know, it's like that, you know? So like if you're trying to get like a kid to stop crying or like make them laugh or whatever, you like pretend to punch yourself in the face or like trip or something.
Yeah.
That's like that.
If the owner kills a monster of a higher level, +1 per monster once per day.
Cool. Gotta impress your deck of cards.
Yeah.
With your monster slaying prowess.
Yeah. Now the deck is apparently jealous because if the owner obtains a magic item, -1d10.
You're at your local occult shop and you see like a nice looking tarot deck and you're like, oh, maybe I should pick that. And you just feel the deck of many things just like radiating hatred from your pack. It's like, don't even think about it.
And the deck really likes magic because if you go a day without casting an arcane spell, -1.
Oh no.
My god. It's so jealous and petty.
It is very jealous and petty. Now that we've gone through everything, how do you think your deck feels about you?
Well, given that I have never managed to cast an arcane spell in my life, and I don't think ever slayed a monster of any level, probably not very good.
How many times do you think you've been reduced to 0 HP though?
Like once maybe.
The time that
I almost
died of septic shock?
No. I'm talking about the time that I almost died of an allergic reaction when I was 4.
Oh, okay. That's fair. If your score is between 16 and 20, so Lewin, this is not for you.
Oh, boo.
Okay. The deck is pleased with you. The deck gives the owner better than average odds of drawing good cards and these new stat changes. So these are all going to be changes to the property and a specific type of standard action that you can do once. It says daily, but for reasons I'll get into later, is you can only do it once.
Because you won't survive the day.
Maybe for some of them.
Maybe, yeah. You could still, even if you have better odds, you could still get unlucky.
Yeah. So property. Anytime you roll a result of 1 on any die, re-roll that die until you have the result of anything other than 1.
Okay.
All right. That's, you get a guaranteed 2 wishes at least if you draw the, which one is it? The moon?
Oh, this is while you're holding the deck and you're like fighting.
Oh, right. That's the dice, or the deck's fucking combat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay, never mind. I'm annoyed again.
But it is cool.
Yeah, like it is.
Yeah.
It is cool. It is cool that the system exists. Like,
it's cool that the system modifies itself.
Yeah. Yes.
For the standard action that you can do once daily / once ever, you draw 3 cards from the deck of many things, and then choose any one card that you drew, resolving the effect of that card.
Okay.
Which is how you're able to mechanically get the deck to give you good cards.
Right. Yeah.
So, if your score is between 12 and 15, the deck is satisfied with you. It is pleased with your chaos and begins to tempt you into drawing by sweetening the deal. This is left up to interpretation on what that means.
Mm-hmm.
So anytime you roll a result of 1 on any die except a d20, you can re-roll that die until you have a result other than 1. So It's the same as before, but d20s are off the table.
So you can re-roll your damage and stuff.
Yes. Now, for the standard action, draw 2 cards from the deck of many things, and then choose any one of the 2 you drew.
Okay. So it's 2 out of 3, or it's 2 instead of 3, rather.
Yes.
Yeah.
If your score is between 5 and 11, the deck feels normal about you. Just normal. It conveys that the world is a matter of luck. No changes to the powers or properties. You can draw as far as the standard action. You can draw a card from the deck and then resolve the effect. If your score is between 1 and 4, the deck is unsatisfied with you.
Oh boy.
An owner that rejects the deck's desires and experiences a run of bad luck. The luck is mostly an inconvenience, but the deck wants to express its displeasure.
Mostly an inconvenience, and it can kill you.
Oh, you'll see.
Oh, gosh.
Anytime you roll the maximum result on a die except for a d20, treat the result as a 1 instead.
Oh my god. Okay.
Congratulations, you deal no damage now.
Essentially. You draw 2 cards from the deck of many things, and then choose any one card you drew. You must draw a card with the rune descriptor, or you must choose a card with the rune descriptor if one was drawn. We will get to which cards have the rune descriptor.
So essentially, that's like the bad ones.
Yeah. If you managed a score of 0 or lower.
Oh, it can go in the negatives.
It can go in the negatives. The deck is angry with you. Ooh. It is now very dangerous to you. Anyone drawing from the deck is likely to find extremely bad luck while it is in your possession. Anytime you roll the maximum result on a die, treat the result as a 1.
So that includes the d20.
Crit fail.
You draw 3 cards from the deck of many things, and then choose any one card you drew. You must choose a card with the rune descriptor if one was drawn.
I see.
Okay, so it makes you draw 3 of them, and if one of them has ruin, then you have to
pick. Yeah.
Pulling from the deck at any time now causes so for all of these, once you, it's up to the discretion. But my read on this was that it read as at any time that you draw, but I guess this is probably a DM's decision about when the deck is ready or what have you to sort of tally up your how it feels about you. At any time after that, drawing from the deck will cause it to move on, where it will vanish into thin air and move on to its next owner.
Oh.
And depending on how badly you think you've done, you might just kind of take it and just leave it somewhere, you know? If you haven't been
not drawing from this.
If you haven't been doing anything too chaotic or too magical. Though honestly, the deck of many things, it would probably just like reappear. I feel like it's this the kind of thing where like it would do that if you tried to get rid of it, it would just like reappear, you know?
Yes. So The cards effects have changed extensively. Some are good, some are annoying.
Most are probably annoying.
Okay, but I do think, Travis, did I get you on that? The changes that it made based on how it felt about you is interesting.
I don't think you got him. I hate to say it. I don't think you got him.
I mean, it's kind of a cool idea for sure, but
the fourth edition like mantra, like
I just feel like,
yeah,
especially like with all of that, that's just way too many numbers to like keep track of constantly.
Yeah, and it's just very like, I don't know. It's fine.
I'll admit that I don't hate it like as much as I hate like any other 4th edition thing.
Yeah,
but I'm not like 100% for it either.
Yeah.
It just feels like, I don't know. It's fine.
So let's go ahead and read through the changes to the deck because this will make you very angry.
Oh God.
Let's just start right off the bat with one that I'm sure is going to annoy many people. Balance. Immediately be given 1 of 2 side quests based on your alignment. Not too bad.
Okay.
Except for then, after completing the side quest, you can choose whether or not to change alignment.
What's the fucking point?
What is the point? That is completely useless.
They don't even tag on the or be judged.
Yeah, or be judged.
Or be judged.
So the side quest, if you are good, you have to do a very evil thing. You have to kill a good creature or person, basically. And then if you are bad, you have to basically try to seek redemption.
Go donate 1,000 gold to the orphans.
Yeah, you have to go volunteer at the soup kitchen.
Well, it actually does like spell out.
It's like
stuff,
a full like
it's it's kind of
like
lame.
a full thing.
That is
that's like it would like I love side quests. It's fine. But
It's more that you can choose.
Right.
Whether or not you're going to take the alignment change. That's like it's supposed to have consequences.
Right, and it's just like free. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like there's some like I would
if you could like choose to keep your alignment but take a penalty.
Yeah, exactly. Like if there was some kind of drawback, I would be fine with it.
Yeah, other than I guess like a morally like my character is good, but I killed a child. But
right, yeah.
Yeah. So,
which again, it's one of those things. It could you could definitely do interesting like kind of role play related stuff, but it does feel kind of lame that it's just like, you do a side quest, but you can just kind of choose that now your character doesn't feel different enough to be a different alignment. I don't know.
Yeah.
Right.
Whatever. It's fine.
So Comet, you get double experience points for your next major quest completion.
All the EXP ones are so funny to me because like, don't get me wrong, I get it. But like as a person who has only milestone leveling, I'm kind of like, okay.
Useless.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool.
Donjon. You are imprisoned in a dreamless sleep. Your body vanishes and your party gains a major quest to find you. DM's call where you are.
Nice.
Okay.
I mean, it's roughly the same.
It's roughly the same. It's fun.
Uriel. -3 on all saving throws. About the same. Remove affliction plus a natural 20 saving throw resolves this. I don't love that you can resolve the...
You could just resolve it through relatively normal means.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I would assume that you couldn't necessarily just keep...
Yeah.
Like maybe like once a day thing or something, but still, it's supposed to have consequences that you can't really get out of.
Yeah. The Fates. Gain the Shelter of Fate legendary boon. You can alter an attack roll against you to be a natural 1 once. A saving throw you make becomes a natural 20 once. Or one athletic, acrobatic, or endurance check you make becomes a natural 20 once.
You may alter it once.
That's kind of lame.
That is very lame, especially for a legendary boon.
I mean, I think it's a good effect, but it feels very like it feels very lame to specifically attach to the fate, the
Fates card, where previously you could avoid like any major consequence.
Yeah, And also, like, it's the fates, man. Like, I don't know.
Flames. Enmity between you and a powerful being from another plane, and you gain a related side quest. I mean, that one I actually think is cool.
Yeah, I like that it's just like any powerful being from another plane. Like, it's not necessarily, a devil or whatever.
Yeah. Fool. Discard the Fool. Draw a card off the top until you draw a card described as ruinous. Keep only that card.
Oh, so that's just like straight up bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gem. Gain 225,000 gold pieces of gold and gems.
Nice.
Okay.
Cool. I don't know if that's is that a lot of gold in 4th edition?
I don't know because I try and avoid 4th edition as much as possible.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
That feels like that would be a high but maybe more reasonable amount of gold in 4th edition than it is in 5th edition.
Yeah. I feel like the economy got rebalanced for 5th edition.
Yeah. Either that or 5th edition is in a recession.
Either that. Yeah. So, idiot. -2 penalty to intelligence checks or intelligence-based rolls. Remove affliction and a natural 20 on int-based rolls clears this.
I know it's the same for the Uriel card, but it is funny that having the affliction inherently makes it harder to clear the roll.
Yeah.
Like, that is funny to me. Like, I know that obviously that's how it works. And also specifically that it's an int-based roll is like really funny to me.
Yeah.
Like, congratulations, you get the debuff that makes you dumber, and you have to make smart roll to clear it.
Yep.
Fuck you.
Jester. Draw 2 more cards. If either of them is ruinous, it replaces Jester. If both do, you choose. If neither do, you choose.
So also bad.
Yes. I would say that 4th edition really does, like, it leans towards bad.
Which I think kind of makes it more worth it to try to engage with the deck friendship mechanic.
Yeah. Key. Gain a magic item or weapon of your choice, 21st level or lower. I know not what this means.
I mean, it's the same effect as kind of previously,
The Knight. Gain the service of a companion, the same species and gender as you for some reason.
Okay.
Equal to your level -1.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay. All right.
Moon. You have 1 minute to choose any ritual, and then you instantly gain the benefits of that ritual.
Well,
like,
this reminder, this used to be the wish one.
Like, okay.
Yeah. Okay. What? Okay.
Okay. Congratulations.
I will say,
you've reduced the ritual. I'm assuming this is referring to ritual spells, like just.
Well, like there are major rituals in D&D.
Oh yeah, like the fucking vampire one.
Yeah, and also like there are major rituals, especially in 4th edition.
Okay, well, given that that's the only ritual in 4th edition that I could think of off the top of my head, I guess I have now decided to turn one of my friends into a vampire.
For some reason, all I could think of was the Rite of Thorns from Baldur's Gate, so I guess I am secluding the grove, so we nailed it.
Congrats.
I will say thematically, it works, but it's the wish card. Why did you take away the wishes?
It's just it's fine, but it's like kind of it's lamer than what they had before. So like, why?
Yeah. It just
if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Exactly. Rogue. You gain the enmity of one of your companion characters, a community or religious leader secretly. You then gain a related side quest.
Okay, I do like the way that one is kind of spelled out. Like, because like one of your companion characters is so juicy.
Mm-hmm. Ruin. All of your magic items turn into residuum worth 80% of their original value. That one, I feel like they actually pulled the punch on.
They did.
Yeah.
Like, okay, yeah, you lose your magic items, but you still get a decent chunk of money. You can probably just replace them.
Yeah. Okay. Whatever.
Skull.
Also, 80% is so.
It's high.
It's high. And even though it is, like, it feels oddly specific to me. Like, if it was 50%, I would have been like, okay.
Yeah.
I don't know.
The 50% is actually probably the cutoff for where I would have been like, okay.
Yeah.
Skull. 4 sword wraiths, a night walker, and an Emolith demon walk into a bar. No, they appear and attack you immediately.
I mean, I guess if you were in a bar when you drew it, they would walk into the bar.
True.
Dang, that's a little overkill.
But it also doesn't say that you can't be revived from this one.
Yeah.
And it also doesn't say that your party members can't help you.
Exactly.
So it's basically just another fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Star. You gain the legendary boon Mark of the Star. Daily, as a free action, you can choose one ability score until the end of the encounter. I guess you can only do this during an encounter. You gain a +1 bonus to attack rolls made using that ability score, and a +1 bonus to skill checks with the skills that use that ability score.
Okay, that's some shit. That's just lame.
Yep.
Like it's a good effect, but it's like not cool, you know?
Yeah. And I mean, at the very least, what I will say, it is cool that you can change the ability like once per day. Sun. Gain a wondrous item of your choice, 21st level or lower.
Okay.
Effectively the same.
Yeah, I'll say that's relatively unchanged.
Talons. You cannot use magic item at will, encounter, or daily powers. Remove affliction, and giving away magic item removes this effect.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Throne. If you have a lair or base, you gain 225,000 gold pieces worth of wondrous lair items. If you do not have a lair, you gain one in a side quest to clear it of monsters. Effectively unchanged. I mean, the wondrous lair items do like boost things like your diplomacy.
Okay.
And things like that.
See, I fully was just imagining like you just get nice new furniture.
I mean,
that's all it is. Like not that 4th edition would ever do anything exclusively just for flavor and role play and not for some kind of combat or stat benefit. But I am just imagining like it's like you just get like Dream Makeover Home Edition or whatever.
Yeah. Vizier. The Vizier legendary boon. As a free action, you instantly gain the benefit of having performed the consult or oracle ritual or the voice of fate ritual with the maximum possible result. You do not expend any of the component costs for the ritual and learn the answers to your questions instantaneously. Once you have learned the answers to all of your allotted questions, you lose this legendary boon.
Okay, that's fine.
I mean, yeah, it's effectively the same thing.
Yeah.
You get more, except I would say it does give you a little bit more because you can ask multiple questions.
Yeah, like that's fine.
Yeah. The Void. You fall unconscious and cannot be awakened. The party gains a side quest to retrieve your psyche. It's basically the same thing, except it's your psyche and not your soul.
Right.
Okay, I mean,
which I'm sure 4th edition goes to great lengths to distinguish this.
If they did, it wasn't here.
I'm sorry.
The illustrations are utterly gorgeous, though. I found out a little further in my research that O'Connor, the artist, he designed for Magic the Gathering's Forgotten Realms set.
Oh, fun!
He went on to have some great work.
That's such a 4th edition thing, though. Like the gorgeous art and everything, and then just like
Well, okay, I do think that you guys are going to actually genuinely enjoy this next part of 4th edition.
I'm waiting with bated breath.
Well, you're gonna have to wait a little bit longer because we need to do the ad break.
Fine.
Okay.
Hey, everybody. Thank you so much for listening. We still have our affiliate partnership with Fanroll Dice. You guys can use offer code Dungeonpedia for 10% off your entire orders at fanrolldice.com. And we also still have our Patreon if you would like to support us directly, which is just Dungeonpedia. We are getting ready to release our first exclusive minisode on there. I think that is going to be available for the $5 tier. Is that what was decided?
Yes, I do believe that is what we have decided on.
Okay. And we will also still post some exclusive stuff for $1 tiers. And of course, the podcast will remain free forever.
You can also check out our Discord, which is also free. It is linked on our Twitch page. You can also follow us on Threads and Instagram, both at Dungeonpedia. And you can email us any podcast ideas or whatever at dungeonpediapodcast.gmail.com.
You can also subscribe to us wherever you listen to us to get notifications when our new episodes go live. If that certain platform has it, please remember to rate us, leave a review, spread the word. It really helps.
Also, thank you to Alexander Nakarada for our theme song, Blacksmith. Chill beats to talk about D&D lore too.
Hell yeah. And I guess now let's get back to 4th edition.
I promise. I promise you're going to like it.
Okay. I trust you.
So
I'm hesitant.
In 2011, the adventure Madness at Gardmore Abbey was released. The adventure takes a lot of inspiration from House of Cards back in Advanced Dungeons & Dragons.
Okay.
Gardmore Abbey, the actual abbey, was established in the Narath Empire about 350 years prior to the events of the adventure. It serves as a temple to Bahamut, but about 150 years prior was attacked by orcs, giants, and demons.
Oh my.
So
okay.
The Narath Empire, I should mention, is a ruined empire, harkening back to that story about the empire.
About the yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Now I do not believe that the adventure confirms that it was in fact a deck of many things that ruined the empire. But I will say a deck of many things did cause a lot of ruin here.
Yeah, and it's like it could be, you know.
Yeah. So the Knights of the Abbey were in such a good position against the orcs, etc.
the band of just all the guys.
Yeah, they evidently, per the actual source books, could have held the invasion off and exhausted them to the point of being able to finish them off.
Seems like that would have been the smart idea.
Yeah, well...
Let me guess. They didn't do that.
Unfortunately, the captain of the Knights could not simply trust in his Lord and Savior Bahamut.
Well, that's blasphemous.
Very, especially on this podcast. The deck of many things had been looted from a hobgoblin warlord on one of their recent quests.
Oh, no.
Havar turned to the deck for aid. Unfortunately for him, he immediately drew the skull card.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
He has worse luck than I do, apparently. Which
Yeah.
is saying something, because I drew the plague card, which is, you'll note, not a card. More on that later. Now, a host of undead attackers joined in on the fight against the abbey from the inside.
We got orcs, we got goblins, we got demons, now we got undead guys.
All on the inside.
Good.
Also inside the abbey, the varieties of wards and magics made to prevent the attackers from breaching the abbey kept the magical deck from disappearing and reappearing to a new owner.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
Instead, the magic and everything in the deck caused it to fly apart and scatter throughout the abbey.
Oh good. Okay, this is kind of fun. I'm kind of into it.
The long and short of it is, guess what? Now that they had to battle on two fronts, the Knights did not win.
They did not win.
I couldn't have seen that one coming for sure.
Yes.
Dude, honestly though, having the advantage so clearly, getting most of the way there and then choking because you decided to just like mess around a little bit, like it's kind of relatable.
Because you didn't trust,
because you couldn't just be patient. Yeah. You couldn't just be patient.
Yeah. So
what the hell, man?
8 of the 22 cards were eventually taken from the abbey by the attackers. The deck
cool
is dispersed throughout and even within the abbey, and its power is greatly diminished, but its sentience lingered within what remained in the abbey. Over the years, the will of the deck influenced denizens to bring the cards to the abbey. Finally, all but one was brought back, and that one has found its way into the hands of the adventurers.
Oh, I bet it's probably not the skull, right? Because they're not dead.
Well, it doesn't say whether or not your adventurers would effectively draw the card or not,
or if they just kind of pick it up,
and the mysterious force of the deck,
which in that
drew them to it.
Yeah, and it really does allow a lot of decisions to be made by the DM. Yeah. It doesn't even say which card it was,
which I guess
and I guess DM can pick if it's like a boon card, and
or if it would even apply, because like since if they just found it like out and about, it wouldn't necessarily maybe have the same properties as if it were drawn from the deck.
Exactly.
Right. Yeah.
And that is completely up to DM discretion.
I just also this whole time I've been thinking about that one. I think it's like a Tumblr post, I think, where it's like, you know, I like go in for a tarot reading, and like the person doing the reading like flips over a card and it has like a picture of a guy in a hot air balloon, and I'm like, is that bad? Like the whole time I've just been thinking of someone just like drawing a card from there and looking at it and being like, is this bad? And then they draw the skull and it's like, I think this is bad.
Yes, in fact.
I think this is bad, guys.
Is this bad?
Now roll initiative.
Yeah, basically.
Dude, you said that and it activated a neuron. Like you said that, and I literally like put my hands up like I was gonna grab my dice out of my dice tray and roll.
What's so funny is I've never DM'd, so you've literally never like actually had to roll initiative.
Brain cell activation.
For me. So the adventure actually looks really cool. The art
it does sound really fun.
I mean, it does sound pretty cool. I can't lie.
The cards cause different effects throughout the Abbey, harkening back to House of Cards, but cooler.
Right. But more, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Adventurers have to risk it and interact with these cards, but they're rewarded for doing so instead of simply being punished, as was the case in House of Cards.
Right.
And they are inclined to assemble the full deck for a multitude of reasons. They can also decide that they want to destroy the deck.
Okay.
They learn that the only way to destroy the deck of many things is to expose it simultaneously to the fiery breath of 4 heads of a flame-kissed Hydra. Very specific.
Very
specific. What the hell?
I was gonna say it's very like One Ring, but like I feel like that's even more specific because at least
because it's not like the flame-kissed Hydra made it.
Yeah, and it's also like, you know, you take the One Ring to a place and then you put it in the place.
Yeah.
You know, whereas it's like where are we gonna get a flame kiss Hydra, guys?
You literally have to seek out a Hydra and figure out how to provoke it into breathing 4 times in a single round onto the artifact.
Or
without dying yourself.
Or you just look at the you don't even get fucking wishes from this one, do you? Never mind.
Nope.
Because I was supposed to you just look at the guy who drew the card with the wishes and you're like, hey.
You just get the effects of a ritual.
Yep.
Yeah.
Ritual summon Hydra.
Yeah, ritual summon flame kiss Hydra.
You know what?
Yeah, you have to be specific.
Required.
Ritual immunity to fire damage for the whole party.
Yep. I hope everyone drew Moon.
Right.
So that's it. All I'm saying is that if somebody converted this to 5th edition, I would play it because it sounds like fun.
Yeah, that does sound really fun.
I do wonder if someone has actually.
Oh, I am sure.
I'm sure someone has, yeah.
So
that does sound really fun. And Bahamut's there.
And Bahamut can't steer us wrong.
True.
2014's Dungeon Master's Guide for 5th edition brings us full circle back to the latest list of effects I read at the beginning. There's really not much more than that in the DM's guide, other than the deck is no longer sentient and is now classified as a legendary wondrous item.
Okay, yeah, makes sense.
Yeah. They were like, we're revoking sentience from this thing,
and that would bring us, in terms of source book material, up to 2023's The Book of Many Things, which I have so much to say about this book. But before that, let's do the honorable mentions.
Okay.
So, as I said at the beginning, I first learned about the book from Baldur's Gate 2. I first learned about the deck from Baldur's Gate 2. I was maybe 9 when I played through Baldur's Gate 2. So, I was very fuzzy on a lot of stuff. I did go back and look through everything, and there are 2 versions of the deck in Baldur's Gate 2.
That's why it's called Baldur's Gate 2.
Yeah, that's exactly why.
Stupid.
There are 2 versions of it?
There are 2 versions. So if you play against that demon in the maze that I mentioned, the cards are completely different from the regular cards, which is why I mentioned that I pulled a plague card, a card that is never mentioned anywhere else.
Oh, so this guy so this guy just sucks. This guy just like saw an opportunity to like swindle you and is like,
Actually, I have nothing negative to say about the gambling Cambion. He is a man of his word. He always fulfills his end of the gamble. And so one of the things that you can gamble for is the way out, because he's been stuck there for years. And he specifically says if he wins and he gets the way out, he will return as soon as he is able to free himself, basically, to give you the way out back to you and give you the gem that he was holding, which you need.
Okay, and he does those?
And he does that.
Okay, I don't think he's a demon. I do think he's a devil.
No, he is not. Look, it says Tanari on the stat block. He's a demon.
He's a very principled demon.
He is a very principled demon. If you play against him, his deck is weird. So there are, 9, 10, 11 cards in his deck.
Okay.
This being the deck number 1. There is a normal amount of cards in deck number 2.
He's okay. He's somehow missing a few.
He is missing a few, and also the cards are different. So now there is Strife, where you are afflicted with a slow curse for 1 turn.
All right.
Plague, a Constitution curse, with your Constitution is set to 6. Which is the one I got.
That's bad.
That is bad.
That's coughing baby.
Now, because it's a video game, you can't, and it specifically is described as being a curse, you can't just remove the curse. Video game doesn't want to have very many permanent afflictions.
Right.
Yeah.
Because it would be a bit much, even in older games, to just like run into this situation, and it's like, okay, well, you are now permanently afflicted with glass bones and paper skin.
Yeah. The Triumph card, which 4 human fighters are summoned and attack the drawer.
Oh, good.
The Construct card, an adamantine golem is summoned and attacks the drawer.
Okay.
The adamantine golem is summoned and attacks Taylor.
Yep. Except you, as the player, could never draw the adamantine card or the Construct card. Only the demon could.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, all right.
So, interestingly enough, you could only draw Strife or Plague, and then he could only draw Triumph or Construct. So it is still somewhat rigged, but not like super rigged. You can still beat him.
So, if you could only draw 2 of those cards, and he could only draw 2 of the cards, then
there were multiple rounds.
Oh, I see.
Yep.
Okay.
Then I could only draw Guile or Strength. Guile summons 6 assassins to target the party.
Good.
Strength afflicts me with a Strength curse. My Strength is set to 6.
Good.
I only ever played 1 round against this guy. Because
fair, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you did get cursed immediately, so
yeah, I would probably not want to do that again.
Yeah. He could then draw Defiance or Empress. Defiance immediately suffer 10d10 fire damage, no saving throw.
Ooh.
Empress, you gain True Seeing and See Invisibility for 1 week.
For 1 week?
For 1 week.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's been...
And then you could draw High Priestess or Emperor. High Priestess, you are silenced by an unending silence spell until Remove Curse removes it.
Shut up.
No sound or
It literally just said, shut up.
Emperor, immunity to confusion and charm for 1 week.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's great.
And then he would only be able to draw the wheel. No known effect, not explained to player. But he would automatically win with the wheel, no matter what.
So the effect was he wins.
The effect is he wins.
He wins.
Like a sound effect and a visual would play, but nothing was ever people data mined. Nothing happened.
Incredible.
What the hell?
That's really funny.
I say data mined. It's from 2001.
Yeah, I mean that's essentially what we did. It is funny to use that word to describe a very old video game, though.
Yeah. If you refuse to play with a demon and simply take the deck off of his corpse, you will find a mostly regular deck of many things.
Mostly regular.
Yes. So most of the effects are pretty like they're just for the most part. They're just gamified versions of the regular effects.
Right.
Okay.
But also I will say the Fates and Idiot are not in his deck. They are replaced with Magician and Ernier.
Oh,
so Ernier, the user's ability score is boosted by +1 for 24 in-game hours.
That's the name of the mythology.
Yeah, and in D&D lore, they are sort of like Furies, I believe.
Yeah, they're kind of like
related.
They're there.
And then the Magician, user turned into a rabbit, no save.
That's really funny.
A rabbit with no save.
It can be dispelled though, so
that's
dispel
really
magic
good.
will return.
You got the Magician.
Yep.
Nice. That's really funny that it's a rabbit.
Okay. So just as I'm not going to read through all of them, but like just to show like it's basically just a gamified. Well, it's all games. A video gamified version.
A video game, yeah.
Yeah. If you draw a key, you get the Warden Signet added to your inventory, which is a specific magic item. If you draw Throne, the party shares 1 million experience points instead of like getting like specifically a keep or what have you, because it doesn't have a keep for you to gain.
No keep.
Yeah. So it's mostly very... Oh, hold on. The Void. User exposed to disintegrate. Save versus death at a penalty of -8.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
At a penalty of -8.
Yeah.
Okay, I know you said you're not going to read them all, but I do have the thing. You do have your notes open, and I would like to draw attention to the Ruin card, which is lose 4,294,867,296 gold. A bug supposed to be 100,000
Yes.
gold. That's so funny.
It was a bug.
Wow.
They never went through and fixed.
That is so. Someone patched this 20-plus-year-old game. This is inexcusable. My money.
Yikes, that is quite the bug.
It is.
That's so
I
funny.
can't remember if you could go negative. If so, you're fucked.
Okay, now I really want to play Baldur's Gate 2.
It is really fun. I like it's a different kind of fun. I think that we would enjoy the chaos of it.
I'm crying.
So the demon, which by the way, his name is Aesgareth. It looks like it's trying to be Asgarath, but
Aesgareth.
He also gives an alternative origin for the deck. He claims that the deck, or perhaps just this deck, like the weird one that he uses, or just the one that he has on him, was created by a famous Genasi wizard. He also establishes that the rules of his game version were created by a match and sigil, and that the cards have a face value, which is how you're able to determine a winner per round. And I guess the wheel would be the ace because it always wins.
And okay, I see.
Because I went back and I looked, and basically because I drew Plague, I got 1 point, and he drew Construct, which was worth 4 points. I don't recall it telling me anything about like why, but specific cards were worth a specific amount.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyways, turns out he's right about the origins of perhaps at least his deck, because if you draw 4 cards from the regular deck that you can take off of his body, on the 4th card you will always draw Balance. And what happens if you draw Balance is you get like a sort of narrated cutscene. Well, it's Baldur's Gate 2. It doesn't actually show a cutscene. What it does is it describes what you're seeing.
Right.
Which is the card shows an old man with flaming red hair and fiery eyes staring out at you. In his hands, he holds a scale, a small silver bowl. The small silver bowl is balanced evenly. The card is clearly labeled Balanced. Almost immediately, you realize the man is the creator of the deck.
Ooh.
The image both smiles slightly and nods to you, tapping the scale with his withered hands. What remains of the deck of many things begins to fade suddenly, and within the space of a moment, it is gone forever.
That's cool. That's really neat.
Yeah, I mean, that is pretty cool.
Yeah. I really like Baldur's Gate 2's deck of many things, even though it's not like the most usual.
Right.
Yeah, and it is,
It's still pretty cool.
Yeah, that is really cool. I like that a lot.
So Neverwinter Nights also has a deck of many things, so it's called a deck of hazards for some reason.
I wonder why it's called a deck of hazards. I mean,
what I will say is, you go ahead.
It is an inherently much less cool name, but like, and also not a name that inspires wanting to draw from it.
Yeah,
like it's like, hi, draw from my deck of hazards, and it's like, I'm good. I don't think I will.
No, it's
I
not.
don't think I will.
It is kind of a misnomer though, because what I will say is that Neverwinter Nights' version is split pretty evenly between good and bad cards. Yeah. I'll go ahead and read through because they are not normal names and the effects are very different. It's also got I accidentally added one. No, that's
You've added
later.
the
Okay. Spoilers. All right, so 14. It has 14 cards. So it's not a usual deck. The cards. The Prince of Lies. Lose 10,000 experience points and get 2 extra cards.
Okay, thanks, Asmodeus.
The Donjon. Caster and Associates transported to a donjon area, which in Neverwinter Nights is just essentially just like specific zones that you can be in.
Yeah, that's where they put the that's where they put the stuff.
Yeah,
that's where you go.
This is where you go.
Where you go.
It's just
traitor.
the place. Yeah.
Changes the entire party to diametrically opposed alignments instantly. Neutral characters will have their alignment adjusted in a random direction.
That's really funny. That's juicy. I love that.
The Knave. All non-plot possessions are not currently equipped are destroyed.
Oh no.
Which would end
You gotta keep that shit. You keep that shit on you.
The Plague. A permanent disease effect is applied for the duration of the module. This disease deals 1d10 plus 10 damage initially and 1d4 magical damage every 15 rounds.
Damn.
Every 5th time damage is applied, every 75 rounds, a random ability score is decreased by 1.
Jesus
the
Christ.
Decrease may be removed by dispelling.
Jesus Christ.
That is quite the plague, yeah.
Yeah.
That's okay. That's
okay.
The Looking Glass. The caster's henchman is replaced with an evil doppelganger. If there is no henchman, another negative card will be drawn instead.
Okay, well,
Among Us.
Of course.
Among Us sus sound effect.
The Worm. Yes, WYRM. A hostile adult dragon is lured to the caster, and the dragon is blue or red, equal probability for non-evil characters, and gold or silver, equal probability for evil characters. The gold and silver dragons are of the commoner faction, even though they are hostile towards the caster, so fighting them can potentially cause game-breaking faction problems.
Oh.
I don't know enough about the gameplay and structure of Neverwinter Nights to comment, but the notion of a dragon being part of like a commoner grouping is really funny and strange.
Kind of, I think, an accident. A lack of foresight.
Oh, like not
a bug per se.
Bug, but just yeah.
The Mentor. The caster gains 10,000 experience points and gets 2 extra cards.
Oh, cool.
The Horde. The caster gains 50,000 gold. The Oracle. The caster is given an inexhaustible premonition effect for the duration of the module. If this effect is removed, it will be replaced the next round. So the Avatar. It just has a picture of Aang on it. It's weird.
Yeah, that's so weird. It's just Aang.
Anyway, the caster is transformed into an avatar of their alignment. Furthermore, the caster is given an item that, when invoked, will repeat the transformation at will, unlimited uses per day.
Okay, so you just get a item that just puts you into the avatar state whenever.
Effectively, it requires explaining a lot more about Neverwinter Nights gameplay. Why do I keep wanting to pluralize Neverwinter?
Neverwinter's
Night.
Just the one.
Just one. Anyway, the Fountain. All of the caster's items are recharged up to 50 charges, and all stacked items are filled up to the maximum possible number, up to 99.
I'm thinking like 99 greater potions of healing.
Oh, yeah.
Hell yeah.
The Hatchling. A wormling of alignment appropriate color, red for evil, gold for non-evil, appears and follows the caster as a summoned creature until damaged or killed. At that point, it transforms into an ancient dragon and fights on the caster's behalf until all enemies are slain, then vanishes.
Oh.
The wormling will be resummoned if it's ever unsummoned, although the color can change with this resummoning if the caster's alignment had changed in the interim.
Okay, no. We are never letting any harm happen to the baby because and then we have a mascot.
Yeah.
No harm can ever come to the baby.
Just cast Orb of Invulnerability repeatedly.
Just tell him stay, and then just put them in the Globe of Invulnerability.
Yeah, we're good.
So that way we just have a friend. Because you know what? Eventually it would grow into an ancient dragon anyway. So,
yeah.
You know.
The quest. The caster gains a major unique magical item. This will respect the Shadows of Undren Tide treasure system if it is used in the module. Otherwise, a random boss level treasure will be generated. Long story short, it respects the game.
You know what? That's more than...
Admittedly, I probably shouldn't have written that part down because it was boring, but hey.
You know, and it's like, it was never going to be as cool as like having a pet baby dragon, but you know.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, nothing is as cool as having a pet baby dragon, so.
Yeah.
Very true. So, also, Travis found this and sent it to me while he was doing research for the minisode. But in Planescape, Sigil and Beyond for 2nd edition, a Duke living in Sigil mentioned that a magical mishap with a deck of cards ended up making a Lieutenant of the Dark Nine hate him.
I wonder what that was.
I don't know.
So, after all of those little honorable mentions, let's get back to the Book of Many Things.
Yes.
I would describe the Book of Many Things as a love letter to the famous deck in the form of a source book. You can really tell that they really loved the deck and all of its lore. The book does open on what turned out to be an abridged version of my research.
Nice.
As in a chronological look through the deck's history. I had to rewrite a couple portions of this because my summary was simply too similar to the one in the book for me to feel comfortable.
Damn.
Nice.
So, you know, great minds and fools, yada, yada, yada.
Yeah, all that.
The Book of Many Things is not only a current origin story for the deck, but it is also a DM's guide to introducing the deck, unique ways of including the deck, dungeon, puzzles, and magic items inspired by the deck, interactions, characters, world lore, and adventure in new locations.
Okay, so what I'm hearing is like more stuff like the adventure module from 4th edition, the Abbey of whatever.
Yes. I was actually torn on how much of the book I want to include, simply because I don't want to spoil it for so many people. But I will include some, for sure. For one, the book recommends tailoring your deck to best fit your game. Be it more starter-friendly. There's one recommended for Ravenloft, where the where the bad far outweighs the good.
That's fair. That tracks.
The book officially makes it canon that all decks are canon.
Ooh.
Congratulations, your favorite deck and its origins are canon.
Okay, yeah, that's cool.
The book suggests using the deck to weave a narrative. The effects of the cards in this case are more subtle. Instead of a knight immediately summoning a warrior to help, instead of the knight immediately summoning a warrior to help, perhaps you slowly befriend an NPC and earn their loyalty.
Okay.
Yeah. It reminds me of tarot in the way where the idea is that it puts you in a circumstance where you can make things happen.
Yeah, as opposed to simply,
simply a knight appears and it's like, hey,
or where people think the result is that you now immediately know what's going to happen, as opposed to, it puts you in a position where you're primed for thinking about things differently.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, this is an option, so you can still do the card that summons a knight, but
I like when they kind of do it like that, like they give actual ideas on how to like expand it and like change it instead of just kind of either just saying like, oh yeah, but you can do whatever though, or having that exist implicitly. Like I like when they're like, here's ways you can do that.
Here's an example. Yeah. The book also sets out in stone. The DM completely sets the rules on how safe the cards are to handle. If the DM says that their deck can be used by accident, they can be used that way. Because for a good majority of all iterations, it's been like you have to state your intention.
Right.
But if a DM is like, but I like it if for this deck you can accidentally use it if you were to touch it or to accidentally pull on it not knowing what it was.
Yeah. Like, yeah, I mean, I like that idea.
There are potential effects for if you want to allow for single cards to be found and usable. For instance, a lone key card could provide the ability to brandish the card and use it to cast the knock spell with no sound made by the spell.
Okay.
Because it's a key.
Yeah.
That took me several seconds longer than it should have.
And the book actually gives examples for all 22 of the cards.
That's fun. I love that.
It also gives directions for creating a deck of many more things.
Many more things?
Oh, no.
Yes.
Oh.
So the deck of many more things is actually an item, a deck of many things that has been created essentially by other people trying to create new cards for the deck of many things.
Which I feel like is like making dinosaurs in Jurassic Park. Like you shouldn't do that. Like you shouldn't do that.
Well, see,
but
like even if it's interesting and cool and you can, it just feels like there's maybe some examples of reasons why you shouldn't.
Probably.
But you can. So basically, the DM has to sort of create the deck of many more things because the characters aren't able to create the deck on their own. However, they can add to the deck. The characters can craft a new card for the deck if they are 17th level or higher.
Okay,
and
that's
the DM would set the parameters for how the characters would make said card. They might need to gather magical ink and change paper. They may need to commission an artist or learn the techniques themselves. They may need to perform a magical ritual in order to actually enchant the card.
Yeah.
Yeah, at least
I like it.
There's some barriers for
barriers for entry.
Oh, yes.
Card creators can attain potential benefits like a new demiplane based on their card, effective immortality, the ability to walk between any world where their card has manifested, and exclusive membership to a secret cabal of card creators.
Oh my god.
I'm not making this up. It's in the book. It's really funny.
I love that though.
We've learned where potential desires for things like immortality can lead. So,
Yes.
Be careful.
It is effective immortality. You can still be killed, but you won't die of old age.
Yeah, but you're effectively immortal, so.
Yeah, just don't piss anybody off.
I could easily go on about what this, supplement, gives you in terms of, world building, but no, I will say, knowing full well that my DM is listening to me and watching me right now. If you are a DM, you should really look into this supplement for some ideas because it's really fun. It's really good. There are some big things around constellations, and yeah, it's really cool. I don't want to spoil too much. I could go on. There is actually one thing that I didn't write down. You know what? I'll actually get to it after I discuss the origins.
They really said the witches are gonna love this.
They made it for the witches.
Are gonna love this shit.
They said we got cards, we got constellations. The witches are gonna love this shit.
You can make your own cards. Oh well, hold on. So Lewin, my fellow Greek mythology nerd and lover.
Oh no.
Do you know who Uriel is in Greek mythology?
No, I don't. And also, I wasn't looking at the thing when you initially listed the list of cards, and I thought it was the Archangel Uriel.
Oh no!
The Archangel of Death, I think he is.
Oh, I'm pronouncing it wrong.
Oh yeah.
I forgot how you pronounce things in Greek. It's been a while. Urieli.
Oh, okay.
I forgot that you pronounced
Now,
the
granted,
E.
to be fair, I did like almost immediately afterwards open it up and see that it was spelled differently and spelled in a very Greek way. So I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, you said Uriel, and I was, for a minute, I thought it was going to be a very different sort of card than it was. But no, I do not know who this mythological figure is.
Uriel is one of 3 immortal Gorgons alongside Medusa. She is Medusa's sister.
Yeah. Okay.
If I recall correctly, Uriel is actually the oldest sister.
Okay.
Now that is the real world story for Uriel. Obviously, she's been mentioned since first edition. Who the fuck is Uriel?
Yeah, so who the hell is Uriel?
I would like to take this time to read directly from the book because it is a beautiful story.
Oh, good. Okay.
All right, story time, everyone.
All right, story time. Everybody settle in.
Long ago, the zealous ruler of a small coastal kingdom had a daughter he named Asteria, or Shining Star in the language of the kingdom, for the stars shone auspiciously on her birth. But Asteria defied his expectations. While other nobles' children happily played with their bevy of toys, Asteria intently focused on cataloging every constellation she could find. When other children greeted their parents with high heads and laughter, Asteria smiled firmly at the ground. Over time, Asteria's father grew discontented with his daughter, frustrated by his many failed attempts to mold Asteria into a person who matched the ideas in his head. The princess grew up isolated and independent, resenting the unending pressure of others placed on her to become someone other than herself. One afternoon, as Asteria swam alone as a reprieve from her peers, a rip current swallowed her. Waves battered her against the rocks, then carried her unconscious body far from the kingdom's shore to a secret grotto in which the reclusive Medusa, Uriel, lived alone. Despite Uriel's anxiety, she was painfully aware that even kind folk feared her petrifying gaze. She tended to Asteria's wounds. When Asteria awoke, the young woman didn't panic. Instead, the pair chatted throughout the night, talking of the stars, the sea, and everything else that they had longed to share with someone for so long. Asteria stayed until her wounds were healed, but rather than return to a father who was always disappointed in her, she decided to let her father assume she was dead. The secluded grotto became her new home. Over the years, Uriel taught Asteria how to be a steward of the land, while Asteria provided companionship, freely sharing with Uriel all the esoteric interests she had pursued as a child. The two were sisters in all but blood. I call bullshit.
Yeah.
This is gay. This is
gay.
This is very gay, and this is homophobic. Actually, that it is not.
Hey, historians will say they were very good friends, and they were grotto mates.
They were grotto mates. Okay.
Oh my God, they were grotto mates.
Anyways, for Uriel did not pressure Asteria to conform to her ways or look her in the eye, and Asteria didn't view Uriel as a terrifying monster. Their existences blissfully intertwined for years, with neither forcing the other to be anything but themselves. This peace was not to last, for Asteria's father never gave up hope that his daughter still lived. After a decade of searching, he found her new home and ordered his soldiers to retrieve her through any means necessary.
I don't know.
The idyllic grotto was overrun by violence, and although Uriel defended her home and her sister with fervent abandon, turning many of the intruders to stone, both women were captured and taken to the coastal kingdom. Determined to rein in his wayward daughter, the king locked Asteria away in a keep and sentenced Uriel to death. Asteria, horrified, tried everything to save her dearest friend, but her pleas were dismissed. In desperation, she broke out of the keep, but she was overwhelmed by guards. Only then, after exhausting all options, did Asteria give in to rage, screaming at the stars that were her namesake, searching for an answer. An answer came, but it was not the one Asteria hoped for. Istis, a god of fate, had heard the princess and visited her in the keep that night. Every door opened for Istis, and invisible to every guard, she led Asteria onto the cliffs, where, pointing out the constellations that governed Asteria and Uriel's fates, Istis explained that nothing could be done. It was Asteria's destiny to be a dutiful daughter and princess, and it was Uriel's fate to be remembered forever as a tragic villain. Asteria wasn't sure which part of this destiny that she presented more. "We don't get to choose our stories," the god explained. "Don't we?" Asteria replied. I chose to see Urieli differently, as she did me. That was enough to change our stories once, years ago. Let me change them again. Swayed by Asteria's conviction, Istis reluctantly admitted that Asteria's and Urieli's fates could be rewritten, but the consequences of such actions were impossible to predict. Both women would get new destinies, but they might be no better than the last, and they could be worse. But Asteria was adamant, so Istis reached into the sky and pulled down 22 constellations to form a deck of oracle cards, the first deck of many things. Placing 13 of these cards face up, one by one, Istis rewrote Asteria and Urieli's story. Armed with her new destiny, Asteria rescued Urieli, and the two have since had many grand adventures together. In time, Urieli longed once more for a quiet life. The two women found a site in the outlands that reminded them of the grotto that had once been their home, and Urieli retired there from adventuring. Asteria, however, still felt a fervent desire to defend others from the injustice of destiny. Taking up the symbol of the Medusa as an icon of protection, strength, and her dearest friend, Asteria has continued her journey alone. But Istis' act echoed through the multiverse in the original deck of many things reflected across the planes, manifesting in varied forms throughout the cosmos. And that's it.
Oh my god, that was beautiful. That was beautiful. Also, I'm sure
that is really cool.
I'm sure I can't start talking about the Adventure Zone right now, but I'm sure everyone saw the neuron activation when you read the name Istis. I'm sure everyone saw the neuron activation. That's beautiful. I like that. That's really beautiful. I really like that story.
It is.
It's also really gay, and I'm surprised. Like wizards, what the hell?
Historians will say they were really good friends. Like I don't know. I think that's a more interesting way to also like. I'm sorry. Like the one nitpick I have. I do think it's it's a little irritating. People say Medusa instead of Gorgon. I think it's really irritating. Like Medusa is the lady.
Well, but it does both. So I think it is actually supposed to be like the Medusa as a symbol as opposed to
right,
because it does refer to Urieli as a Gorgon.
Yeah, which I get. Okay, it's less about D&D specifically. And
you're just it reminded you that you're upset about it.
Yeah, it just reminded it's like, Medusa is the lady and Medusa is a Gorgon,
So the artwork, this is towards the end, if you happen to have a book of many things. Towards the very end, like page 138-ish, there is a depiction of Urieli as like a middle-aged to elderly Gorgon, and it's very beautiful.
I'm so
She's
happy.
Like they did such a good job of making her like snakes look older, and
oh my god, Care Ophidian, that's such a nice
Care Ophidian is the name of
the name of
the grotto,
the Snake Castle.
That's Snake Castle,
the Snassle,
if you will.
That's so nice.
And then it shows Asteria like decked out in armor, and
oh my god, that's so cool.
It characterizes them a little bit more. Like Asteria is the stubborn one, and Urieli is the gentle one.
This rocks.
And they were roommates.
Oh my god, they were roommates. Dude, this is so good. You know what? I don't know that I can say it's like you like especially odd to me, but I feel like you don't often get a big origin story lore dump about something.
Like a magical item specifically.
Like a magical item. I feel like a lot of the time it is kind of left, and also it is established that like this is the first deck of many things. Mm-hmm. So like there could obviously be potential origins for other ones, especially given that you as a player could hypothetically create your own cards.
Yeah.
Like I feel like it is often kind of like sort of more left up to interpretation, or kind of just like a footnote of like, yeah, and it was created by, so and so or whatever. Or it's like a legend has it that it was so and so.
Yeah, exactly.
Like I think that more magical artifacts should get like in-depth, beautiful, mythologically toned stories backstories. Yeah, I think with sapphic undertones. I think that has to be
with sapphic undertones.
That's a requirement.
Like,
that's really good though.
I generally try to err not to read whole blocks straight from books, but I read that and I'm like, no, I have to read this out loud.
Beautiful.
I can't summarize it. I have to read it because it's so beautiful.
I mean, summarizing that would have been, it would just done it.
Yeah, like it's like, okay, yeah, and then this happened, and then, you gotta,
Yeah. One quick thing I will mention is that there is an organization that is formed to essentially monitor the effects of the Deck of Many Things there at the multiverse. It's called the Solar Bastion. It is definitely mini-sode worthy. It exists exclusively in the the Book of Many Things, and it's very interesting.
Okay.
Nice.
But if you have a Book of Many Things, go and read up on it. It's really cool. But that is all I have. I had such a good time doing the research for this.
Well, I'm glad that I now know what the Deck of Many Things actually is.
Yeah.
I feel enlightened.
It's so crazy for just the fact that it just makes every variation of it canon.
I know.
Yeah.
Thank you everyone so much for listening. Don't forget to follow us on all of our various social media platforms. Spread the word to your friends. We really appreciate it.
If you have anything that you would like to suggest as a topic for us to cover, please email us at dungeonpedia.podcast@gmail.com.
And thank you all once again for listening, and we'll catch you next week here on Dungeonpedia.
Guys, the void isn't actually so bad. I have been sent there like 4 times in our recording session, and it's actually not that bad. It's pretty chill. They have a little coffee bar.
Ooh.
Just breaking the void.